today. Rangers and Hibs looming. Their best bet might be against Hamilton Accies in their next match. That really will be a crucial contest. Anything they get today against Tony Mowbray's team will be a bonus, that's for sure. Eddie May's squad decimated by injuries. Pedro Moutinho wearing number 7, back in a Falkirk shirt for his second spell at the club. And it is the bottom side in the SPL who get us going. Celtic 4-0 winners here in the CIS Cup, and bearing in mind the number of absentees for Falkirk, Andy, they might be fancying something similar today.
Yeah, I think when you look at the team, the first thing that strikes you about Falkirk is just their lack of experience. They're so young, they're missing players like Jackie McNamara. I think an experience in the team, I think you need that, and they'll certainly miss a bit of experience today.
Here's Danny Fox. McCourt, skip past Allison. It will be a big test for Brian Allison, making a rare appearance for Falkirk. Danny Fox has taken over the left-back role at Celtic from Lee Naylor, who doesn't get much of a look in these days, although did come on as a sub in Hamburg. A very creditable draw for Celtic in Germany in the Europa League, and they had some chances as well, but not taking their chances has been a bit of a problem so far this season. McCourt, Fortuné, his first start since August. He was on loan at West Brom last season under Tony Mowbray's management. He's grappling here with Arfield. And the free kick has gone Celtic's way.
I think that's why Tony Mowbray wants Fortuné back in the side. He's such a physical presence, a bit different to Scott McDonald. It'll be interesting to see how he links up today with Samaras.
Paddy McCourt drilled it in, and it nearly caught out Alechnik. He had to react quickly. Falkirk charging away. McDonald. Eddie May has found the going tough. Head coach replaced John Hughes. He was involved in the youth setup here. Although head coach is his title, Eddie May is adamant in his programme notes today that he's the man making the decisions. I am the manager, he says. No one else is involved in the final calls.
Well, he's clearly under a bit of pressure. It's been a poor start to the season. I think they have played well for 20-minute, 30-minute spells, and I think in that time they really haven't been able to take advantage of some of the good football that they play.
Here's Glenn Lovens. Now Danny Fox. Darren Barr will cut this out. Scott Arfield. Two players there who Falkirk might struggle to hold on to long term. Barr had a contract at the end of the season. And there's been a few clubs having a look at Arfield. They haven't matched the asking price yet, but surely will do one day. Donald strong in the challenge, and Falkirk get a throw.
No quarter given a rest there. That was a tremendous 50-50 battle.
Darren Barr up towards Moutinho, who was going to be on the bench until Carl Finnegan pulled up in the warm-up. Finnegan named in the side despite toiling with a groin injury. Eddie May wasn't convinced he would last very long, and he was right. Didn't even make the start. Arfield, one of the rising stars of Scottish football, but he's given it away there to McCourt, just as I've given them the big build-up. And now a free kick for Celtic, which Darren Barr is fuming about.
I think he is struggling for some options when he's on the ball. He is the playmaker, Arfield. I mean, it was a poor pass. He's given clear possessions to McCourt, and in the end they win the free kick, but he is struggling for some options. He doesn't want to just punt it long into the corner for Moutinho to chase. He wants someone to show for him.
McCourt standing over this free kick. McCourt delivers then, but Alesnik with a comfortable take. The only man up for Falkirk is Marchetta, and Hinkle is minding the shot. Zaluska has given Falkirk an opportunity, although Aguero is going to come to his rescue.
Well, Zaluska's just so slack. I mean, he had plenty of time on the ball, lost his composure completely, and in the end this was almost a gift. Really poor pass, and Falkirk almost taking advantage.
Allison's throw, here's Darren Barr, hoisting one high towards Marchetta. Aidan McGeady, Fortuné to his right. It's only those two involved in this attack at the moment. Chris Mitchell sliding in. Corner for Celtic. Webre has come under pressure at times. That's football, I guess, but Celtic are the league leaders. Their only defeat was against Rangers. Danny Fox with the corner, and Lesnick grabs it again. Releasing Arfield. And maybe Marchetta could offer something here. Unable to feed Ryan Flynn.
Well, it all came from good distribution from the goalkeeper, Alesnik. Excellent to Arfield. And in the end, they're enjoying a wee bit of pressure here, but I think it's mainly down to Celtic's mistakes.
And they've been gifted a corner. And what they would give to open the scoring for Falkirk. They've only managed 5 goals all season in the SPL. It really is a miserly tally. And they make it this corner. It's flashed just wide. Darren Barr coming close.
Well, Darren Barr's movement was excellent. He lost Barry Robson. He's driving into that 6-yard box, and if he'd just got another half yard on it, that was going into the top corner. Excellent delivery.
Well, that would have been a dream start for Falkirk. Their captain trying to show the way. And Celtic rather relieved that it zipped wide. Samaras played well against Hamburg, against Kilmarnock last week. Leuven's up towards Samaras. McCourt closing down Allison.
I think it's a great test today, Ian, for the likes of Allison and Chris Mitchell at left back. They'll be up against a couple of really clever players, McGeady, Paddy McCourt. Be a great test for them.
Falkirk have lost their last 16 games against either Old Firm side. Such is the size of the task facing them today. In fact, it's over 2 years since Falkirk even managed to score a goal against Celtic. The vital statistics for this game do not make good reading for Falkirk. Louvens. Danny Fox, who should make his debut for Scotland next week in Wales, thanks to his Scottish granddad. McGeady, who has a big week ahead with the Republic of Ireland, hoping to go to the World Cup. Brian McLean, Coutinho chasing, but Gary Caldwell should have the situation under control.
The problem for Brian McLean there was that Coutinho came short, and the same with Ryan Flynn. Both of them came short. He wanted a different option, and none was there, and in the end it was just an aimless pass.
Some casual moments from Celtic though in the opening 10 minutes. Darren Barr. Caldwell, Hinkle, cut out by Mitchell.
He's enjoying a good spell of form. Andy Hinkle, saw him last week, set up a couple of goals at home to Kilmarnock. His crossing for the first one, Samaras, was terrific, and he's another attacking option for Celtic, of course, when he gets on the ball and goes down that right-hand side.
Hinkle stretching to keep that in. He's poked it past Mitchell, and McLean has had to come across. It's with Elejnik again though, the Austrian keeper who spent his teenage years with Aston Villa. And picked up the Brummie accent as a result. Allison, Arfield. Coutinho. Celtic struggling to clear it, but they will do now with Louvens up towards Samaras. Guemo and Flynn doing battle. Arfield now. Marchetta's cross. Louvens. Donald on the volley, couldn't find a way through, but now Falkirk have a free kick.
He struck it well, didn't he? He was a bit unlucky that it was blocked. This is a decent spell for Falkirk. They're passing the ball a wee bit better, and just as I mentioned earlier, when they are on top, and they have been in games before for 15-20 minute spells, they really need to try and take advantage. It'd be really interesting if they got a goal in front against Celtic.
Marchetta has moved away and left it for Mitchell to have a go, straight against the wall. Miserable free kick.
He's one of a number of, I think, 5 players today from the academy. Further 4 of them on the bench. It's certainly the way ahead for clubs like Falkirk. Produce their own and sell them on.
Coutinho. Flynn and Marchetta linking up, and a very handy free kick here as Hinkle is penalised.
Well, Brian Winter is spot on. He's only a few yards away from this. It's a clear foul, and gives Falkirk another opportunity perhaps for another strike at goal.
Pedro Coutinho, Alex McDonald and Vitor Lima over the free kick. McDonald looking the favourite. Celtic sort their wall out. It is McDonald! Over and out.
It's a good effort. He gets a good bit of action on the ball. There's a bit of pace and power on it. Just a yard too high, but certainly enough to worry Zaluska.
Scottish under-19 international, who is on loan from Burnley. Came through their academy, although his parents are Scottish. So you might have gathered by the name. Flynn. Arfield. Donald making very decent progress. Firing in another effort.
Very direct. It's causing Celtic a few problems now. He's coming in from the touchline, going past players. There you saw the free kick with the right foot. He's quite happy to have a go with his left as well.
Some early warnings for Tony Mowbray's Celtic.
Well, that tight three that Falkirk have in midfield of Flynn, Arfield and Lima, just enjoying a wee bit of possession. They're getting the ball down, they're making a few passes and giving Celtic some problems.
Samaras. Barry Robson for Landry Nguemo. Now Hinkle. Oops, that's gone behind McGeady. Arfield for Flynn. And Hinkle recovered. Allison. Moutinho. Ryan Flynn is up there with him. Flags up for offside against Flynn anyway, but they'll be allowed just to carry on.
He's good receiving the ball with his back to goal. He's got that good ability, Moutinho. He can receive it and turn all into one movement.
Fortuné gave it away to Arfield, and now Marchetta. Flynn, intercepted by Hinkle. Nguemo found Lima in his way. Now Ryan Flynn trying to curl that, but got it horribly wrong.
Well, the only thing you would say that's setting these two teams apart in the early stages, I think there's more hunger about the Falkirk players. They are determined to win tackles, they are determined to get on the ball and make passes, and so far their midfield is certainly taking advantage of Robson and Nguemo, who are not up to speed yet.
Eddie May once scored for Falkirk in a famous Scottish Cup victory over Celtic back in the 90s. McGeady, Samaras. Darren Barr in his way. Mitchell. McLean, who joined from Motherwell in the summer after an injury-hit few years there. Hinkle wary of Moutinho's presence. Gary Caldwell. Louvens. Up towards Samaras. Foul on Mitchell. Here's Marchetta, Slovenian under-21 international. Here's Mitchell, a Scottish under-21 international. Marchetta again. Louvens for McGeady. It's a rather crude challenge from Scott Arfield. Is going to bring a yellow card.
I don't know if it merits a booking. It's a clear foul. Aidan McGeady driving forward with the ball. Does he really need to book him there?
This could be a key moment in this contest. Tony Fox, a little too high with it though. No way that Caldwell was going to reach that to knock it back.
That's just dreadful. I mean, I know that all players want to get the ball in with a bit of pace, but my goodness, to hit it right out of the park is really dreadful from Danny Fox.
Celtic have won their last 7 encounters with Falkirk. Falkirk's last win 2.5 years ago, 1-0 here. Stephen Thompson got the winner. Steve McManus and Carl Finnegan were sent off, and Craig Beattie missed a penalty. It was a lively day.
Well, Barry Robson getting a bit frustrated, nipping at the feet of Ryan Flynn.
Falkirk always retain their footballing principles under John Hughes, and Eddie May certainly keen to continue that. But 10 games without a win, just 4 points from 30. Corbell giving Fortuné something to have a go at. Screened by McLean. Mitchell now for Arfield. Samaras. McGeady. Fortuné. Occupied by Mitchell. Corner kick.
Well, you see Brian Winter now having a word with Barry Robson. I think for that challenge earlier on, and Flynn. I think the Falkirk supporters, because he's already shown a yellow card, they're wondering why Robson's not getting the same treatment.
Here comes the corner from Danny Fox. Not the worst area for it to go in, but Fortuné not allowed to get near it.
I think the shape of the team just now is working well for Falkirk. Their wider players, McDonald and Marchetta, are doing a decent job defensively as well, and I think that's why Celtic are finding it just a bit tough just now to get their passing game going. Certainly McCourt and McGeady are out of the game.
Samaras offside against Fortuné. Approaching the midway point of the first half, and Falkirk will be pretty pleased with the way it's gone so far. 7 players out injured, including Carl Finnegan, who was named in the team and then had to drop out. Darren Barr, Scott Arfield. Lima looking to release McDonald. Fox dealing with it. Brian Allison then will take this throw. Scott Arfield ready to receive. Darren Barr with a high one. Marchetta. Flynn, lovely ball through, and Lima's onside, but it's snuffed out by Zaluska. What a massive moment.
What a wonderful pass from Ryan Flynn. Great composure. He's clearly onside. Lima's got to do better. I think this is the thing that really frustrates Eddie May. Playing a lot of good football. They're slightly on top the last 10 or 15 minutes, but can't take advantage.
A golden opportunity for Victor Lima, who, like Pedro Martinez, is in his second spell with Falkirk now.
Well, credit to Zaluska, he did stand up. He didn't go to ground, he made it difficult for him. But he's got to finish that. That's the difference between your team at the bottom of the league and sailing into mid-table.
Here's McGeady. He'll get a free kick off Marchetta. Typical for Falkirk and the way it's gone this season. If Celtic went and scored now, just after they had the best chance of the game. Corwell giving Darren Barr the run around as we wait for this free kick, and I think the referee Brian Winter's going to have a word with both of them. A bit of mini wrestling going on. Here it comes then from Barry Robson. Leuven's crashing in and has hurt himself. Keeper's hurt too.
Better delivery from Fox. Very tempting in at the back post. He's got the pace on it. Leuven's is going for the ball. The collision with Olejnik. I think thankfully both of them okay. He looked a bit surprised there to see Leuven's. I think he was leaving it, Olejnik. A bit fortunate there.
Corwell. It bounced away from McGeady. Mitchell. Here's Arfield, who along with Mitchell will be off to Azerbaijan next week for a crucial game with Scotland's under-21s. And joining them on that trip will be Paul Caddis, who's on the Celtic bench today. Mitchell. Moutinho. Sharp turn from Moutinho. Marchetta took over. Maybe Falkirk would have preferred a free kick, but it's just a corner.
I'll tell you what, it's terrific football from Falkirk. I mean, this is a side bottom of the league. They're playing lovely passing. There's a clear foul here. I think the advantage is the shot at goal. So in that regard, the referee's right, just to give the corner, not the free kick.
Falkirk are doing what they do, playing their football. McDonald will get another chance to send a corner in after Summerhouse met that one. Falkirk playing well so far, but they need something to show for their efforts, especially in the perilous position that they find themselves in the SPL. McDonald's corner. Saluska electing to fist it away, and Darren Barr will accept another corner. McDonald has to make his way from one side of the field to the other to take it. It's a very good spell for Falkirk. Vitor Lima squandering their best chance. Can someone else step forward? McDonald in towards McLean. Just over.
Just another example of a hungrier group of players. Clearly that's what Falkirk are. Celtic aren't up to the races. McLean wants to win that. Driving at it, determination. Getting above his marker. Just a bit unlucky not to hit the target. Think of the gulf in class between these two teams, and Falkirk clearly a hungrier side, better attitude. Celtic haven't started yet.
Well, they've had a couple of wake-up calls already. Just look at that, 7-0 to Falkirk as far as attempts on goal are concerned. Only one on target. A lacklustre first half hour or so for Tony Mowbray's side. Falkirk certainly not looking like a team, toiling at the bottom of the league. Robson, that's going to spin away from Fortuna, is it? Arfield seeking out McDonald. Lima gets involved. Now Ryan Flynn. Darren Barr into the stand from Glenn Leuven's.
Dreadful defending. He's a better player than that, Leuven's. He could turn and use his goalkeeper. At the very worst, he should be keeping that in play, giving his strikers something to chase. That's just lazy.
Allison looking for an option. Samaras towards Fortune. McLean needs some assistance from Maleznik.
Took a chance there, bringing that down from the sky. Good touch from McLean. Again, just an example of his confidence.
McGeady. Arfield. Hinkle should deal with that, and does. Coutinho proving to be a minor pest.
I think Aidan McGeady's still sleeping. Because every time he gets the ball, he's losing it, he's driving into players. And he's a big player for Celtic today, big player for Tony Mowbray, as is Paddy McCourt. Neither of them really looking threatening.
Hinkle. Celtic having one of them days at the moment.
You'd be hard pushed to tell who the team at the top of the league here. Falkirk are playing some lovely football. And look at Andy Hinkle, German internationalist, can't pass it 10 yards.
Arfield. Lima. Stray past that time though, and here's Lovens. Celtic looking fairly ragged. Falkirk enjoying this contest. Samaras deep inside his own half. Popped back by Darren Barr. Oh dear, that's poor from McCourt as well. Mitchell's throw.
Remind. Thanks. Good foul.
Luvens leaving it for Barry Robson, who was 31 yesterday. Birthday boy this weekend. Well, not much of a boy anymore. Caldwell. Towards Samaras, but Brian Allison was closely watching him. McDonald. McLean. A rather loose pass that time. No free kick for Fox. It's one back fair and square. Pedro Moutinho. Force a little wider. Marchetta is up there with him. Arfield hasn't scored yet this season, and that one lacked conviction.
Well, it's another wonderful opportunity. Again, Falkirk playing the better football. Long diagonal pass, well taken. And just look at the setup here for Arfield. I think it's perfect. Just wonder whether he's chosen the right option, trying to side foot it. Maybe a bit of power would have been the better option there to have an attempt at goal.
Cracking header from Brian McLean to send that back into Celtic territory. Robson for McGeady. Hinkle outside of him, and Guebo in support. Now Hinkle. McGeady's gone for the return. He's ever so slightly held back by Mitchell. Not enough to earn a free kick.
Yeah, Mitchell's done well. He's staying on his feet, no matter who he's up against. He's given a really good account of himself today.
Hinkle. McGeady skipped away from Mitchell. Skipped away from our field. It's Aidan McGeady, and the deflection forces Lesnick to spring into action.
First time that Mitchell's dived in, McGeady skips away from him. He's driving a cross goal. In the end, he gets the help of a deflection here, and Lesnick has to just see it over, make sure.
Celtic have had a pretty miserable game so far, but here comes Danny Fox's corner. It was their first effort on target prior to that corner. They have another one now, which Paddy McCourt will take. And Danny Fox races across to get involved. McCourt cleared by Lima. Fox. Darren Barr. Only as far as McCourt, who stumbled, and that allowed Ryan Flynn in. Lima. Allison. Samaras. Let's come off him. Coming later. Mouth-watering. One of the standout games in the world. Chelsea against Manchester United from 3:30 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. McDonald looking for Flynn's run. Nothing doing that time, but there has been plenty happening for Falkirk.
I think this is a dreadful display from Celtic. They're just not at the races. Their attitude seems to be all wrong. There's no determination to make even the simplest of passes. No wonder Tony Mowbray is tearing his hair out.
Caldwell. Allison's covering. Samaras was behind him. Samaras stumbling and in a bit of bother. Not getting much sympathy. Marchetta. Arfield decided to have a go. It was a long way out.
Good football again from Falkirk. Nice triangle of passes here. And in the end, it's just fallen so well for Arfield. He's got all the power, but absolutely no control over it. And it sails over the bar. I think that's something that he should be able to do better in his game. He's got a goal-scoring threat from midfield.
Flicked on by Samaras for Fortune. Now McGeady, and this could be an opening for Celtic, a rare one in this game. Ryan McLean with a firm challenge, but another corner for Celtic, who are desperate to get to grips with this game. Always capable of nicking a goal, even though they've been pretty poor. Lesnick struggling with that. Caldwell found his route blocked by Barr. Now Martinho. Now Luvens, as he ran through the middle of the field, seemed to catch Marchetta.
I don't think it was deliberate. My eyes were drawn to that clash in the middle of the park, Ian, but I think it was just a muscle off the ball. You can see him here. It's a slight shove, but he's such a physically imposing player.
Mitchell's throw. Flynn. Mitchell! Oh, that wasn't far away.
I just find it astonishing that you can have a throw-in, Falkirk can have a throw-in, and Ryan Flynn is in acres of space there, 10 yards. No one near him at all, no one interested in closing down. But credit to Mitchell, he's driving in his right foot. He's just a bit unlucky not to hit the target. definitely takes a deflection. The referee missed it.
McCourt. Robson. The way Falkirk have been playing today, will they come to rue some of the decent opportunities that have come their way into the final 5 minutes of the first half? Caldwell seeking out Samaras. Donald has run into trouble. I think he would have got a free kick had he not managed to get himself out of it. And that will be a free kick as Leuven's clatters into Moutinho. Leuven's due a warning, methinks.
Yeah, he's due a warning, but we'll get this to half-time. I'm looking at Tony Mowbray now. I don't think he can believe the way that his team have played in this 45. They've been absolutely dreadful. The passing is awful. And you have to wonder where their desire is today, just to try and win the game.
Brian McLean will float this free kick towards McDonald, but it's a terrible waste, really.
Well, McDonald's not going to win it in the air. Understand trying to play inside, but that was a poor ball.
Eddie May's side, impressive so far. Leuven's. Samaras. Headed away by Barr and then by Lima. Robson. McCourt. McDonald. Half-time approaching at the Falkirk Stadium. The home side better by some distance at the moment, but that could easily change in the second half. It often does if you don't take your chances against the Old Firm.
Well, if there's any justice Falkirk will get out of this mess, they're playing some really good football. They're obviously under a bit of pressure given the position that they're in. But just the very basics, Ian. Just hunger, determination, simple passing. Falkirk are streets ahead of Celtic.
Paddy McCourt. Danny Fox. Fox got away from McDonald. Penalty. And it looked pretty clear-cut. And Celtic, who've had a poor half, could be ahead.
It's a clear penalty. McDonald has made a silly challenge. He obviously thinks as though he can win the ball, but was that inside or outside the box? It looks so tight. I think it might be on the line. You know, Celtic have got a break there. Obviously he falls into the box, but it's right on the line where the tackle is made.
How quickly things can change. Aidan McGeady will take this penalty. It is McGeady, and it's a fine save from Olesnik, and again to turn it over from the rebound. Incredible heroics from the Falkirk keeper, and Falkirk have deserved that.
Well, his penalty at Ibrox was unconvincing and he scored. He opted for power there. Olesnik's made a terrific save, but not only that, he gets the rebound as well.
Robson's corner, Olesnik palming that away. Leuven's returning it. Frantic end to the first half. Aidan McGeady squandering the chance to put Celtic in front. Robson, Olesnik came, and Fortune unable to find a way to go.
How do you just expect more from a striker here? Maybe someone who's a bit braver. Look at the penalty, the power Alesnik reads it well, and that is an awful attempt at a rebound from McGeady.
McGeady's penalty summed up Celtic's half in many ways. A double save from Robert Alesnik. It would have been really harsh on Falkirk to fall behind. It is half-time. Alesnik foiling McGeady twice, but Celtic certainly didn't deserve to be in front. High drama at the end of the half, but Celtic need to wake up and smell the coffee, really. It's been an impressive display from the bottom club, Falkirk. At the break, it is Falkirk 0, Celtic 0.
Yes, it is, and there hasn't been a draw between these sides for the last 13 league games. Will that all change in this? So they are coming out, in fact, for the second part of the action. Let me throw you back to your commentary team. Andy Walker's with Ian Crocker.
Well, Falkirk have certainly risen to the occasion today, despite their lowly position. Eddie May's side deserve some credit for the way they've gone about their business. Celtic have been bafflingly bad, but Falkirk have certainly posed problems. He's been feeling the heat, 10 games without a win, and nobody gave Falkirk a chance today, but they've been the better side. As Celtic make a change at the start of the second half, Glenn Louvens has been replaced by the club captain, Stephen McManus. Celtic, though, need a significant improvement, Andy, on their first half efforts.
Well, you can argue all day about quality, but if you don't have the heart to play, you'll get nowhere. And you look at Steve McManus, and there's a lot of debate about his quality. I'll tell you what he's got. He's got a big heart, and I think he'll drive these players on to at least try a bit more. It's a dreadful effort they're putting in, and I think the supporters will forgive a lot of things. But when you're not interested in playing and tackling and doing the basics, it's unforgivable.
Celtic wearing their Bumblebee kit, but there hasn't been much of a sting to them so far at the Falkirk Stadium. Things will surely have to change in the second half as far as the league leaders are concerned. Falkirk's performance has belied their position at the foot of the SPL, and after yesterday's results they do find themselves 5 points adrift of 3 clubs who are on 9 points, one of whom, Hamilton Accies, are Falkirk's next opponents. Glenn Louvens, we hear, has a sore groin. That's why he's been replaced by Stephen McManus. Marchetta making decent progress for Falkirk. Cleared by McManus, but only as far as Alex McDonald. Now Vitor Lima. Cut out by Fox. Samaras. Celtic need to show much more urgency, much more desire. Darren Barr should be across Samaras, though. Fox shrugged off McDonald. McCourt. And to rescue his first touch. Samaras. McGeady. Another push.
He's taken up a decent position, McGeady. He's at the back post, and at least he's going to attack the ball, but I don't think you can use both hands to get a bit of elevation.
It's been hard going in Falkirk for Tony Mowbray today, but they could have been ahead just before half-time. Aidan McGeady's penalty saved by Robert Alesnik, and the follow-up too. Although neither effort from McGeady were particularly powerful. Pedro Matinho back at Falkirk for a second time. Barry Robson. Samaras takes over. Skipped the challenge from Allison as well. Some run from Samaras. Screened by Darren Barr though, and now Victor Lima can take over. McLean. Arfield. Mitchell. It's going to be a free kick for Falkirk. Paddy McCourt, the offender, on Arfield. Here is Arfield. Lima. McDonald. Ryan Flynn is with him. Clever cross from Flynn, cleared by McManus though. Samaras lost it to Alex McDonald, but did well to win it back.
I just like the way Falkirk, when they won that free kick earlier, they took it so quickly. The short passing was away again, and they seemed determined to use the width of the pitch. It's an excellent game they're playing there. Just suffering from a final cutting edge. That's the only thing they're lacking at the moment.
Celtic usually score goals galore against Falkirk. An average of over 3 a game in recent meetings. But they're up against a much more stubborn side today, who've been running the show so far. Celtic offering little. McGeady eager to make amends for his penalty miss. Here's McDonald. Lima wants to turn away from Robson. Darren Barr.
He's shown good composure, Lima, in the middle of the park. He knows when to get a hold of the ball, when to take a few touches, and when to slow things down.
Robson. Caldwell. Marchetta. Hinkle for McGeady. Marchetta tracking him. Darren Barr. Paddy McCourt may latch onto this. Did that hit his hand? Yes, it did.
His touch today has just been awful, Paddy McCourt. Even the simplest of touches, he's just not getting the ball under control. He does well to win it there. It's a clear foul, but his overall game in general has been really poor.
Scored a memorable goal here in the League Cup earlier in the season. Followed it up with another solo effort against St Mirren. Tony Mowbray tried to sign Paddy McCourt at West Brom. Got to manage him eventually at Celtic. Hinkle up towards Fortuné. Foul by Robson on Lima. McManus reacting quickly.
Quick free kick again, Ian. It's almost getting Falkirk in behind. Not interested in any sort of rest. You look at the determination there, Stephen McManus. At least he's trying, if not through his actions, driving other players forward.
Brian McLean, Arfield. Moved away from Robson. Here's McDonald. Actually come off McDonald. Robson. Caldwell. Nguemo. Caldwell made to work for that. McGeady. Samaras. Taking the long way around, feeding Hinkle. over the head of Fortune. Now Barry Robson. Danny Fox. It's off McDonald for a corner.
Yeah, McDonald did well because Fox has got a great delivery, set himself up for the cross, but McDonald's working hard, doing his defensive shift.
McManus should be a threat in these kind of situations. Danny Fox's corner, flicked on by Fortune. Goal kick.
There's a bit of wrestling that you see in almost every penalty box. 9 times out of 10 you'll get away with it.
Samaras, fouled by Allison. Caldwell. Samaras. It's another foul by Brian Allison, and a useful free kick this for Celtic.
Excellent control from Samaras. It's a difficult ball to take, but he receives it so well. You just see the tug there on his shorts. Now, can Celtic deliver a decent ball into the box from what is a threatening position?
Paddy McCourt, Barry Robson over the free kick. Testing times for Robert Alesnik and Falkirk's defence. Robson floats it in, and it's in from Caldwell. Celtic have been second best today, but they have the lead at the Falkirk Stadium.
Well, that's what's killing Falkirk, because it's such a simple goal. He's taking a bit of care with the free kick, Robson, puts it into the danger area, but no one's really near Caldwell, and all he has to do is just get it back across goal. It'll find the target. It's a good leap from Caldwell, and Celtic suddenly in front.
It's his 100th SPL game for Celtic. He's had a pretty mixed bag in his time at the club, but he's marked that milestone with a crucial goal that has given Celtic the lead, even though they've been particularly below par. Alex McDonald, flicked away by Caldwell, just as Moutinho fancied a look in. Caldwell coming in handy at both ends of the field.
I just wonder how the goal will affect both sides. Might give Celtic a lift, they might start to play a bit better.
McGeady. A run that was always likely to be brought to an end. Guemo. Caldwell. Gary Caldwell making the difference. Falkirk left to rue some missed chances in an excellent display from them in the first half. But after that half, hands up who thought Celtic would be the ones to take the lead. They have done. Coutinho's offside.
Well, it's Gary Caldwell who's given Celtic the lead. It's just simplicity itself, a bit of care with the cross. Zaluska absolutely loves it, and Caldwell just heading it back across goal. It's so simple.
It was a classic header from Gary Caldwell, but this could fall for Fortune, and Brian Allison had to hook it away. Robson will take this corner. Samaras thinking about a short one. Caldwell lurking again. Loitering with intent. Robson sends it in, and Martinho sends it out. Caldwell has stayed up, and Hinkle may just look for him. He does. Leaning down on McDonald though. Falkirk so stretched today with a number of players out that Lee Bullen is actually a substitute, even though he's reserve team coach now and hasn't played since the end of last season. They lost Carl Finnegan in the warm-up as well. Mark Twaddle failed a late test, so did Sean Lynch. Jackie McNamara missing out against his former club as well.
I know he's not long back from injury, Fortuny, but I think you can expect, well, you're entitled to expect a bit more from him. I don't know if his work rate is up to speed yet, but his touch is, it's really poor today.
Samaras. Alesnik stumbled, but managed to steady himself. It's a strange one from Robson. Caldwell. And Alex McDonald closing him down.
I just looked over at Mark Venus in the Celtic dugout, throwing his hands in the air. Can't quite believe how all of a sudden Falkirk have got possession and they're in Celtic's last third almost.
Flynn. Mitchell. Ryan Flynn. It's an encouraging run, and that's a penalty! Similar position to where Celtic won their spot kick. Now it's one for Falkirk.
Nothing more than he deserves. Terrific run from Ryan Flynn. It's inside the box. It's a lazy challenge from Caldwell. And Brian Winter's done the right thing here. That's a clear penalty.
Gary Caldwell goes from hero to villain, and he has been the villain a few times this season. Well, Aidan McGeady failed to score with his penalty. How will Scott Arfield fare for Falkirk?
Bit of pressure on this one.
A monumental moment this for Falkirk. Scott Arfield! Oh, and Zaluska got his glove to it, but it still went in. Falkirk are level, and they will feel that they deserve to be at least.
Yeah, no more than they deserve. Any penalty that ends up in the back of the net is a good one. He was a bit unlucky, couldn't quite get over, but I think it had enough pace and enough power. You see Zaluska almost got it. He almost got Michael Stewart's penalty recently at Celtic Park. It's the same again, but not quite enough. Falkirk right back in it.
Arfield's first of the season. Falkirk took an age celebrating their goal. Celtic have been standing a while, ready to resume. It's only the 6th goal they've scored in the SPL this season, so no wonder it means so much, especially as it's come against Celtic, especially as it has levelled matters here.
Well, you've got to applaud the way they've reacted to going a goal behind. They were the better team for the majority of the match. They lost a simple goal. The reaction has been magnificent. Good attitude from the Falkirk players.
Gary Caldwell scored a goal, gave away a penalty. Caldwell enjoyed a rather miserable start to the season when everything went wrong for him. So fairly typical that after putting Celtic ahead, he should be involved in that penalty. Can be proud of the way his team have performed today, and must have feared the worst when they went 1-0 down, because the Old Firm are capable of bringing the steamroller out at such moments. Got an equaliser from the penalty spot. has given Falkirk great encouragement.
Well, sometimes you wonder about clubs like Falkirk and their mentality. Do they really believe they can beat Celtic? But certainly after over an hour of today's play, these Falkirk players will believe that they can get all 3 points.
There's a bit of movement on the Celtic bench. Sheng Ji, China's captain, is going to come on. I'm sure we might see Scott McDonald at some point too. And Sheng Ji is going to take the place of Paddy McCourt, we hear. Lima. Matinho turned straight into Nguema. McCourt for Samaras. Matinho. Here's Ryan Flynn again. He's in a similar area to where he was brought down. Matinho! It's a dream return to Falkirk for Pedro Matinho! It's bottom against top, but which is which? Because it's Falkirk 2, Celtic 1.
Well, they've got what they deserve. This is a Falkirk team that are really hungry, doing the basics right. Samaras, lazy, loses possession. And look at that, they're driving forward, Matinho in the box. It's a tight ankle and a great finish, he generates a bit of power. This is no more than Falkirk deserve.
Well, he scored 18 goals in his first spell at Falkirk, and having rejoined from Maritimo, Pedro Matinho makes his mark, and he wasn't due to start today. Carl Finnegan was named in the team but pulled out in the warm-up. Matinho's got a yellow card for his celebration, but I don't think he'll be too bothered about that. He has put Falkirk in front.
Beg your pardon, Ian, but you look at the Celtic bench just now. Tony Mowbray, Peter Grant, Mark Venus. They're making a change. They could take any one of those players off. When you get too many players who are not interested in the basics, just competing at the very basic level, you're in trouble.
Still 25 minutes left. Falkirk have made this an absorbing contest. Major questions being asked of Celtic now. There's going to be a double change, and Sheng Ji will be joined by Scott McDonald. Robson looking for Samaras, but it's straight through to Alesnik. And what a big opportunity now in front of these Falkirk players.
Well, you take it back. Celtic had secure possession in the middle of the park with Samaras. He plays a lazy pass. Even his reaction, Ian, he's lost the ball and he just walks back. It's a gentle jog, not interested in winning back possession.
You surprised by that? Celtic waiting to make that double change. McDonald and Sheng Ji. Falkirk have got a free kick.
Well, Nguemo's taken that well, because that was a high challenge from Arfield. Good on Landry Nguemo for his reaction there.
Sheng Ji made his Celtic debut, somewhat surprisingly, in the Old Firm game. He's going to come on, along with Scott McDonald, who has a terrific record against Falkirk. He has scored 12 goals in 13 matches against them for Motherwell and Celtic. There's a bit of confusion as to who's going off, but Paddy McCourt is definitely one of them, and Barry Robson is in fact the other.
Well, the test for Falkirk now changes. Can they see out a game? Can they go and win 3 points? What a lift it would give this club, given that they've played a lot of good football this season, haven't really picked up the points. But everything changes. It's amazing what one win can do for a side at the bottom of the table.
Yes, 10 games without a win in the SPL this season for Falkirk. How ironic would it be if they finally got their first victory against the might of Celtic? Not that they have been particularly mighty today, mind you. Mitchell. Darren Barr popping that one back. Arfield. Scott McDonald. First time he's been a sub in the SPL this season. Slipped that through to Fortune. Darren Barr trying to pit Fortune to it, and one or two others in the mix. Hinkle.
first thing Fortuny should do there is get control of the ball, and he doesn't, and that's why Celtic can't build anything.
Falkirk know a famous result is in reach, but there's still a quarter of the game to go. Plenty of time for Celtic to save the day yet. Hinkle. Here's McGeady. Chengji. It's a good stop, but Scott McDonald to the follow-up, and somehow the flag was up anyway for offside against McDonald, but Olejnik wasn't to know and was outstanding.
Yeah, it's another boost for Olejnik. No matter if this is offside, you've still got to put that ball in the back of the net. That won't help Scott McDonald's confidence. But Olejnik, he's alive and alert. He makes a good save there. McDonald offside, but look at his reaction again. Right across goal. And he keeps it out.
Well, rather like Brian Jensen at Burnley, who he looks a bit like actually. He's known as the Beast. Celtic are having a beast today. Plenty to ponder for Tony Mowbray. Marchetta. Falkirk leading Celtic, and with 7 first-teamers absent today. Lima. McDonald. Now Lima. McDonald! Blocked eventually. Falkirk wonderful to watch today. Allison. Lima. It's a little long. Oh, they're going to get a corner out of it, aren't they? Maybe a throw. I think.
It's just extraordinary that Lima can make that type of run and no one matches it. No one sees it. No one spots the danger.
Inside the last 20 minutes. Mitchell's cross. Saluska plucks it out of the air. Samaras. Nguemo. Hinkle. Chengji. Onside Arfield. Hinkle back for Cornwell. Who'll be first to that? It's Nguemo, now Fortuny. Nguemo again. Into the path of Danny Fox. This is a bit better from Celtic. Fox giving McDonald the run around. Oh, and it's in! Scott McDonald has rescued Celtic, and he continues his remarkable record of scoring against Falkirk. It's 2-2 now.
That's a terrific goal from McDonald, because you see here how well Danny Fox does. Look at McDonald's movement. He just watches that ball as it comes over. It's got great pace on it. It's just half a yard to his left-hand side, McDonald. And he just guides it right into the corner. That's a wonderful header.
Well, he missed a couple of chances in Hamburg. It's only his second goal in 8 games. Hang on a minute, though. Here comes Vitor Lima! Zaluska saves it. It might have been creeping in the corner. What a game! Make that 13 goals in 14 games against Falkirk for Scott McDonald, by the way. But Falkirk were almost back in front again.
Yeah, because he needs Zaluska to be in top form. Defensively and from midfield, Celtic have been poor all day. Here's Lima driving forward. And the shot's on target. Zaluska has to be alert and keep that away.
McGeady has had a quiet game, but he might be about to come alive. McDonald lurking again, but Lesnick clutches it.
I think when you see the cross from Danny Fox going back to the goalie, and just shows you don't need to be a giant to get a head in on goal. If the quality is there, if there's enough pace in the ball, just find a half a yard for yourself. And Scott McDonald did that, guided it towards goal, and he's got his reward.
Arfield, Mitchell. To run a fair distance. Caldwell stopped it reaching Moutinho. McDonald. Celtic having to dig deep. Samaras. Taken out by Brian Allison.
He was waiting for the option, someone to make a move. Fortuny made the move out wide, but it wasn't on to play the pass, and in the end Samaras, he's done well to win a foul.
Who's going to score next? What's going to happen next at the Falkirk Stadium? It's 2-2 with over a quarter of an hour remaining. Incident packed, action packed. Danny Fox may fancy having a go, or is he going to float one in? Fox does float one in. McManus flicked it on. Samaras! Falkirk living dangerously.
Well, that looks like a wasted opportunity to me, because McManus does so well just to help this on into a danger area. Just drive that towards goal, towards the bodies. Might even deflect into the net, but he drives it into the ground. The chance is gone.
Some story this. Lee Bullen, who hasn't figured this season, reserve team coach, named as an emergency sub. He is going to come on in place of Pedro Moutinho, who was thrown in from the start after Carl Finnegan pulled up in the warm-up, even though he's not really match fit. And Bullen will be deployed as an emergency striker. He'll certainly put himself about, and he'll relish this opportunity. Aidan McGeady. Scott McDonald. Trying to shake off Darren Barr. Marchetta. Nguemo. Gary Caldwell. There's a home international next Saturday on Sky Sports 1 from 2:30 as Wales take on Scotland. Samaras. Lima. Samaras lunging in, and he's going to get a yellow card.
So many poor decisions from Samaras. I mean, the easy ball there was just to give it to Fox. He is clear on the touchline. Samaras chooses to turn into a group of bodies. In the end, he loses it with a slack pass, and his frustration is taken out with a stupid challenge.
Daft challenge from Samaras. Earns him a yellow card. Brian Allison did not need any treatment, even though the physio rushed on, so he's allowed to stay on. So Falkirk are making another change. Mark Stewart is going to come on in place of Alex McDonald.
Alan McDonald's done a terrific job today. He's worked hard, right up and down the pitch. He's put a real shift in.
Mark Stewart has come on as a sub in the last 9 games. Familiar feeling for him. Samaras. That's some ball from Samaras for McGeady. McDonald in there again, but it's a routine take for Olesnik. Lima has put Barr in bother and McDonald closing in. Olesnik bailing out Falkirk.
Well, it's this type of slackness, it's costing Falkirk so often.
McGeady. Samaras, a bit more space than Falkirk would have liked. He's in there again. Scott McDonald has turned this game on its head and swung it big time in Celtic's favour, and they may yet snatch a victory here.
Yeah, it's just a moment of magic here from Samaras, because he's out on the left-hand side, he's demanding the ball. And look where he puts it, right between defenders and goalkeeper. Exactly what McDonald's looking for. It looks easy, but McDonald's in exactly the right position just to guide that home. 2 or 3 yards of a bust, McDonald's on to the end of it. And unbelievably, Celtic are in front.
And that's 14 goals in 14 games against Falkirk in his career. Falkirk rather sorry to see Scott McDonald come off the bench today. 2 goals. And Celtic may yet pull off a snatch of the day at the Falkirk Stadium. Darren Barr underneath this. This will be a crushing blow for Falkirk, having played so well today if they lose. Mind you, they've showed what they're capable of as we enter the last 10 minutes. Celtic getting away with it. 3-2 up. Scott McDonald, so often their main man in terms of goals, left on the bench today, but he's come on to have a very big say. Two goals in 7 minutes for Scott McDonald. He's on a hat-trick. And here he is. Fortuny through the middle, and it's a lovely ball, but the flag is up.
I think Fortuny's got to do better there. I watched his run when McDonald got the ball. He just kept going. He had no idea that he had to stay onside. The only thing.
Flynn intercepted by Hinkle. Fortuny has mugged Darren Barr. McDonald waiting for a hat-trick, but Fortuny got greedy, and it was always going to be difficult to beat Olesnik at his near post.
Yeah, I do think he chose the wrong option. He's won the ball well here. He's driving in towards goal, but he takes his time, he slows down. There's McDonald making the run. Play him in.
Samaras with the corner. Nothing doing. Craig Levine's on his way, he's seen enough. John Hughes, who brought Falkirk into the top flight alongside Brian Rice, his assistant, and they had a very attractive team to watch. Spent 6 years in charge, now doing rather well too at Hibs.
I don't think Tony Mowbray will be fooled. If he gets away with it today, if Celtic get all 3 points, this is nothing like the type of football that he wants his players to play. They've been so lazy, there's a lack of desire and hunger, and it's just moments of magic that have got them out of trouble today.
And a natural-born goalscorer in Scott MacDonald. Flynn. Mark Stewart! It's a leveller! This is incredible! This is remarkable! This is Falkirk 3, Celtic 3! A pulsating performance from Falkirk!
Well, Eddie May will need to forgive me, I thought they were dead and buried, but still they come back. He's clearly onside. McManus this time's a lazy one. And it's a wonderful finish. That's a tight angle. And he finds the back of the net. You've got to say it's no more than Falkirk deserve.
His first goal since March. Mark Stewart, like Scott MacDonald, has come off the bench to make an impact. It's 3-3. What next, I wonder? Samaras. No takers for Celtic. Have we finished on the goals front yet? You wouldn't be surprised if we haven't. Samaras. Guemo. Nagidi. Lima had a nibble. Fortune trying to shake off Mitchell, did so, but Brian McLean stopped it. Corner for Celtic.
I think that's where Fortune is at his best. Just taking up position at the edge of the box, feeling the defender. He can't get round him, he's so strong. He rolls him. He's a bit unlucky not to get a better ball inside the box.
Celtic looking to regain the lead again. Danny Fox's corner. Skimmed off the head of Lee Bull, and it's going to be another corner. It really has been an epic encounter at the Falkirk Stadium today. 5 minutes left plus stoppage time. Another Celtic corner. Danny Fox to take it again. Sheng Ji made contact. Samaras could return it yet. Samaras down a bit of a cul-de-sac, and it's come off him for a Falkirk throw. Well, Tony Mowbray likes his team to entertain, but this is not quite what he had in mind today. Eddie May's side certainly deserves something out of this match, but there could be a twist or two left in it yet. It's been that kind of day. Fox picking out Fortune, but he's offside. Falkirk have a man down, so there's a slight delay. A problem for Ryan Flynn, who was at Falkirk's academy, then went to Liverpool, and he's come home. His contract with Liverpool was due to expire at the end of the season. So although he initially came here on loan, he has now made that a permanent move.
Well, Eddie May over in the Falkirk dugout, just getting a few players around him. He's making one or two changes, just trying to ensure for the last 4 or 5 minutes at the very least this team get a point out of this.
Stephen Presley, former Celtic man, issuing a few instructions to Stuart Murdoch, who is going to come on for only his 5th appearance. And the man going off. There's Ryan Flynn. Eddie May having to dig deep into the darker recesses of his squad today, with 7 first-teamers absent.
Just so good to see so many from the academy getting the route to first-team football, and they do that here at Falkirk. They should be applauded for that.
McLean. Mark Stewart in the hunt again, and Stephen McManus wasn't about to take any chances. The kind of day Celtic have been having, you don't want to do that.
Well, what a lovely touch from Lee Bullen. Just helps it on into the danger area. McManus quite rightly taking no chances, clears the danger.
It's the kind of game you don't really want to end, but it soon will. Or will it end 3-3? That is the question. Mitchell. McGeady sorts him out and gets a free kick. Caldwell launching it towards Fortune. Guemo. Another casual clearance from Lima. Danny Fox is onto it. Samaras. Chengji. Samaras. Samaras still going. He's picked out Fox. Lesnick struggling and needed assistance from McLean to send it away for a corner.
I think he was going to take it, Ian, but he lost his footing. He'd have slipped just at the vital moment. In the end, he gets away with it. It's just gone for a corner. Tense moment for Falkirk here.
Last minute of the 90. The Falkirk Stadium holds its breath. Danny Fox's corner, and there's been an infringement.
Well, Ryan Winter is right on Samaras there. You see him pulling the jersey. I don't think he's got any complaint. He might be able to get away with a bit of pushing and shoving, but look at the position of the referee. He clearly sees the foul from Samaras.
3 minutes of stoppage time start now. Time for a winner, we shall see. Misjudged by Bullen. Mark Stewart giving it a go, up against Danny Fox. And Stewart has pinched it. He was nearly held back there, he was in fact. There's going to be a free kick and a yellow card has been shown to Fox.
Well, the yellow card is spot on. And well done, because he just didn't give it up. Stewart did not give this up. He wins the ball. The referee's trying to get the advantage. Can he get a cross in? No, he doesn't. So quite rightly, yellow card for Fox. And Falkirk have got a good opportunity here. All the big guys are up. Bullen's there.
Well, a stoppage time winner would just about top this day off for Falkirk. They've been superb today. It's Marchetta to float it in. Cleared by Chengji. Arfield was about to fire, but McGeady stepped in, and now Samaras and Falkirk could be caught short. Samaras takes some stopping, and Guemo. McDonald has tackled himself. Well, it looked like Scott McDonald had won the game for Celtic. Will they win it anyway? McGeady. Fortune, offside, won't count, flags up.
It's a tight one. I tell you, it's a tight one. Deep into injury time here. Samaras can't believe it. He is. Oh, he's about 2 yards on. He's about 2 yards onside. Really poor decision from the linesman.
Just a minute remaining of what has been a cracking contest, with all the goals coming in the second half. Lima. Mitchell. Lima. Marchetta. Arfield takes over. It's still in. Stewart. Bullen's in the middle. Might have done better, Mark Stewart. Should have done. Referee has looked at his watch. Still a few seconds remaining. Samaras. Hinkle. Cut out by Lima. That's it. It's finished all square. Still no win for Falkirk, but they probably did enough to deserve a victory today. They were outstanding. Celtic below par. But let's focus on Falkirk. A terrific display from Eddie May's side. It looked like they'd lost it, but Mark Stewart grabbed an equaliser. They were 1-0 down, 2-1 up, 3-2 down, but still managed to save the day in a tantalising, topsy-turvy tussle. Scott McDonald came off the bench to score twice for Celtic. Pedro Moutinho, on his return to Falkirk, got in on the act as well. And one or two Celtic scarves have been tossed onto the field. Their fans below us here on the gantry, less than impressed with their team's performance, and had they won today, well, it wouldn't have papered over the cracks, really. It just wasn't good enough from Celtic, but it was really good from the bottom club, even though they still haven't managed a win in the SPL this season. Cracking contest, and it's finished. Falkirk 3, Celtic 3.
Yes, as Ian Crocker says there, Falkirk still searching for their first win, but they can be delighted with their efforts today. Their first draw in 14 games against Celtic. Just a reminder for you that it is Wales versus Scotland next Saturday on Sky Sports 1 and on HD1 from the Cardiff City Stadium. That is from 2:30. This is how the table then sits after today's action from the Falkirk Stadium. Celtic still sitting on top. They are 2 points to the good. Rangers still, of course, have a game in hand. That match against Dundee United that was rained off last week. Falkirk still at the bottom of the table, but 4 points adrift now. And very proud they can be after today's efforts. Neil McCann is with me in the studio. He's been watching that quite enthralling 90 minutes. Well, Scott McDonald came off the bench, scored 2 goals, possibly thought he'd scored the winner at one point, but Stewart brought one back for the leveller.
Last night, David Hayes stepped into the ring with the man-mountain Nikolai Valiev.
Let's get this party started!
To challenge for the WBA Heavyweight Championship of the world.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Find out what happened. David and Goliath. Available on Sky Box Office. Order now. Press the green button or call 08442 410 888.